I think we got to start putting some respect on Baker Mayfield's name, man. A lot of people wanted to write him off in Cleveland. A lot of people called him a bum, a bust. He wasn't worth the number one overall pick. A lot of people said that he wasn't going to do good anywhere he went. They said that he was worth nothing when the Browns wanted to go and get Deshaun Watson, and look how great that turned out for them. Joe Flacco came off the couch and outplayed him, but that's neither here nor there. Then obviously he goes out to Carolina. He doesn't play well, and then he goes to LA and he plays pretty solid. Tampa takes a gamble on him, pays him the minimum, more than the minimum, and he leads him to the playoffs. Then you got today, or should I say yesterday, where he pops off and goes for 4 tuts. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I watched the whole game, but from what I did see, Baker was confident. Baker made good decisions. Baker didn't turn the ball over, and the numbers speak for itself. You had an 86 QBR and a 146 passer rating, albeit it was the Commanders, but this is what you're supposed to do against bad teams. You played against a rookie quarterback. You had to make sure that you dominated. They ran the ball pretty effectively for the most part of that game. I mean, they had 112 yards. It wasn't anything flashy, but they stood consistent at least. And Baker Mayfield made the throws he needed to make. You included the players that you needed to in order to move the ball down the field. Mike Evans got touches. Chris Godwin got touches. Rashad White got a whole lot of touches, both running and receiving. So they took advantage and they capitalized. Baker Mayfield needs to get a lot more respect than he does, man. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a top 5 quarterback, but if he has a couple more games like this on a consistent basis, might I add, you're going to have to start having conversations about whether or not Baker Mayfield's a top 10 quarterback in this league. Because again, nobody expected him to do what he did last year. Nobody expected him to go out here and follow up with a week 1 opening ass whooping like this. Yes, the Bucs were favored, but to bust their ass like this was kind of crazy, especially now that Dan Quinn took over the head coaching position. So you thought that Washington defense was going to come a little bit more prepared, but Baker was sacked 1 time. 6 incompletions total in the game. He fried. Like, he torched them, and this is what he needs to do. So, like I said, man, my narrative here is just to pay a lot more attention to Baker, give him the credit he deserves, give him his flowers. He's done a lot more for this Bucs team than a lot of people expected. Obviously, replacing Tom Brady was a hard task to do, but he came in, he filled that void, he did what he needed to do, and again, when it comes to beating a bad football team, that's what you're supposed to do as a good one.